be great.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm kind of interested in that flip, and I'm going to talk about that again. Talk about because I know I'm just shooting in the wind, but I know what they're claiming that it's going to take the place. Oh shit, we're already live. I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh,
Let me
everybody,
mute myself over here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Drone Therapy. Santa, I want a drone for Christmas. Basically, it was, I was trying to show the older guy sitting next to Santa, all excited about Christmas, telling him what he wanted. And you can see Santa just kind of going, oh, God, really? You know? So anyway, it's basically whatever you want for Christmas. Let me get over here to the comments. Scroll back up here. You got AZ Drone Dude saying good evening to everyone. David, glad to see you early. Michael coming in saying yo 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 ho ho ho, and I came back saying go 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 flow flow flow. I don't know why, because it was there maybe. And then I asked the question, what do you want for Christmas? We got big orange drone flyer, Zach. Oh, wow, that's a first. She doesn't come on cam much, does she? Uh, oh, I see Ron popped in. Ron popped in.
I just said now we got to pay her.
Yeah, now we got a pair. Well, no, I just said my wife shot across the back and then went back across. And every time I invite her on cam, she doesn't want to. I don't. And then Zach, because I asked everybody basically, what do you want for Christmas? And Zach's saying he doesn't want a drone for Christmas. He wants less restrictions and no drone ban. And I'm afraid we're headed the opposite direction. Especially as well, China just they slammed the door on all the supplies we need to make chips. So I'm like, they're already.
So for Zach, it's going to be like getting cold for Christmas.
Well, I'm just saying, if they're going to be flipping each other on the end of the nose, it ain't going to help us none. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I'm like, because he's already said he was going to hit them with a 10% tariff. And so they're coming back going, well, we're not going to give you the stuff that you need to make chips. So I'm just like, we can't keep flipping each other in the nose, man.
The precious minerals.
Well, yeah, exactly. Go ahead, say, Chris.
Maybe we just need to make China the 52nd state.
Hey, there you go. I kind of like that one. Actually. I kind of like that one.
He told Canada he's gonna make them 31st. So,
Chris, you better check the financials. For all we know, China's a money loser.
And then you can see I put in what I was wanting. There it is, right there. And then you can see me going right here. Let's see. And we got Raymond, I want to say Korea. Well, it sounds good, but he might not like the way I pronounced it. Please don't get mad at me. Glad to have you in the house, good sir. Akira Show saying what? Johnny's saying hello, everybody. We got USA Drone Flyer. He's saying hi, Chris. He was up here earlier saying hello. Glad to have you in the house, Joe. Northside Hawk. Good to see you as well. Glad to have you in the house with us. Scrolling. Let's see. Going on. He said no. Apparently I didn't say it right, maybe. Sorry. I don't want to mispronounce it. I'm sorry, but I will do my best from now on. We'll take a lot of filament.
We'll just call him Raymond C for now.
I have a full-size fembot. She just speaks with a Filipino accent. I don't need another one. Let's see. Oh, okay. So,
well, do you think 3D printing will be affected by these bans and tariffs?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say. It is what it is.
Where are most 3D printers made at, Bill?
I'm assuming China.
Ron, used to it said "Made in China" stamped on everything. You got to look at the fine print now.
Yeah. And actually, Bill, remember when I was young, everything said "Made in Japan" on it.
Yeah, a lot of stuff did. Yeah, a lot of stuff did.
It was all made in Japan back when I was a kid, and then the 80s came along, and it was free trade, and everything was made in China then.
I don't know. I got a lot of stuff when I was little. It was made in Korea.
In Taiwan.
Yep.
Taiwan. You're right. Taiwan.
Oh, no. He doesn't like China being the 52nd state. Okay. totally cool. I'll get you there too.
We,
I
we'll,
think
we'll,
Chris,
can- we'll, we'll cancel the bill, Raymond.
yeah, I think Chris was throwing it out there more for a joke.
Yeah, we should cancel that bill.
But listen, it's a good thing America's not in. Okay,
Yeah, we
so
make everything in the U.S. here. We don't really need anything.
okay, let's get past all the morbid shit. Okay, let's just jump past that. So here's what I want to ask: what does everybody want for Christmas? Okay, and I know what I want, but it's rather expensive, so I may forego getting a gift for Christmas. I'm interested in the flip, though. I will say that right now. I'm interested in the flip. Hello, Artco Entertainment.
Oh,
Has
Artco Drones and Entertainment. Yes.
speaking of the flip, has anybody seen it fly, and exactly what does it do?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But okay, Ron, what do you? Okay, first off, Chris, what do you want for Christmas? The same thing I want.
Same thing you want. And
Okay, Chris.
I'm probably going to get it and not have to pay for it.
Oh, that's cool. That's even better. I'm hoping that my wife is watching and that she and my kids get it for me. But we'll see. Anyway, so Ron, what do you want for Christmas?
world peace.
Done.
This is a wet noodle, by the way.
It's done, Ron. Done.
How about the prices of food to go back to 2020?
I'm talking something because okay, here's the thing. Christmas is the one time of year that you ask for stuff that you don't necessarily need but would like to have.
Okay.
You get me?
I
Go for it. Okay, Chris, what do you want?
want an intake manifold, a new carburetor from El Camino.
Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's a Christmas gift.
You got an El Camino? What year?
I got an 80 model. It belonged to my aunt.
Wow, but see what I'm saying? Now, that's a Christmas gift. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I mean. Okay, Ron, so what do you want for Christmas?
An El Camino.
But that's fair if you want an El Camino. Do you want Chris's El Camino?
Well, no, I'm not taking Chris's.
Oh, you just want what year?
I'm taking Brad Pitt's El Camino from the Mexican movie.
What about let's just really go. What about something I consider personally a little bit more rare? What about a Ranchero?
A Ford Ranchero. I'll take one of those also.
I'd like to see one. I'd like to see one fully restored. I ain't seen them out here.
1972 Ford Ranchero was the car. I like that body style.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. I was like, because that was, I'm like, that's kind of, if you're going to shoot them, I'd like, or, okay, if I'm really going to go for my dream car, I'm going to say 63 split.
You're better off with the Ranchero.
Yeah, I'm a lot better off with the Ranchero.
I want a 68 International Scout Jeep.
Damn. Okay, so I'd still like the 63 split, but I would definitely like to have the other one sitting next to it in the garage. Okay, I need to get back to what we were planning on. Okay, so he wants DJI Flip, takes your dollars. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, I want to hear everybody's little input on that, but I want to hear what everybody wants for Christmas. Raymond would like he got a Sky Zone Cobra X V4 for his birthday. I don't know what that is. Is anybody? What is that? Is that a FPV drone? Possibly. I don't know.
Whatever it is, it sounds good.
It does sound good, doesn't it? Especially since it's version 4. It's definitely sounds good.
It's definitely got a sexy vibe to it.
Yes.
I want a thorium reactor in my basement. Is that anything like the Pebble reactor they're testing in China? But I don't know if I call something this big, like a softball, a pebble. But the biggest thing I think they're having problems with that is getting rid of the excess, the fuel once it's used up, and it's got a super, super, super high heat. Hey, Bob Casey, what do you want for Christmas? That's the question. What do you want for Christmas? Drone above Ireland. Let me see if he is knighted. Wait a minute. I got to get... Oh, he wants goggles. He wants goggles. I can see that now. Let me get this. Save. Is there anybody else I'm missing? Hey, I see Ron. Okay, so morning all. Yes, morning.
Bob, I stole that from Chris. it's not my original thought on the El Camino. I just stole it off of Chris's wish list.
And okay, and okay, God bless America. Good evening. And he's saying hello to Chris. Says hello to
Hey,
Ron. Hello to
hello.
me. Angel. Okay. Oh, first off, I forgot to do this. I feel really bad. Randy is under the weather. That's why he's not here tonight. He is not feeling good. He has a flu bug, isn't he? He worked his ass off today and kind of went home and passed out. So if you get a chance, send Randy a message telling him that you hope he feels better. Angel, as usual,
Yeah, well,
is stuck in I-5 traffic.
that's on I-5 traffic again.
Well, I saw him last night when he came. He came and picked up his battery. He got his DJI battery. He ordered one of the batteries, and I did not
The
order
Power
one of the batteries.
1000?
Yep. Yeah, he
Wow.
picked it up and he borrowed my Action 4 for a while, which I also discovered will now work with that new boost lens.
Really? Oh, yeah, it will. It will.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
will. So I don't even need. All I got to do is buy the lens, and I'm good to go.
There you
So
go.
I was like, so he's test driving my Ford to see if it does what he wants because it's what like $100 cheaper now, maybe even $150 cheaper now. So he may buy
Almost
that kit.
200. Yeah, like almost 150. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to buy that kit that's cheaper
Because
because
I don't, the Action 4 was on the Black Friday for 209, but it was already 209 before Black Friday. So I don't think that was an exclusive Black Friday sale. That's just a sale it's been for a while.
Yep. Okay, let me see. Oh,
Uh,
Art
some other
wants
people want World Peace also.
yeah, Art wants a round trip ticket to the Philippines. That's a
Okay,
that's a
that's a good one.
that's the kind of Christmas present. That's a Christmas present.
Okay.
Something that you don't necessarily need, but you'd like to have, and you would make good use of if you had it. See, that's something.
Yep.
Let's see.
Art's
Let's
a
keep
good
going.
man.
Tom wants a '64 Ford
Ford
Falcon.
Falcon, two-door station wagon.
There we
Wow.
go, man. We're pulling them out tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
now
haven't
these
seen one
are
of those
some
in a
Christmas
long
presents.
time.
And like I said, I saw Raymond says that he wants goggles. I don't know, man. I have to.
Boy,
That
there's
one
a,
right there.
there's a,
He's got me thinking about this one really hard because I can see it in my head now.
I mean, when's the
You
last
know what I'm
time you
saying?
saw? When's the last time you saw a Ford Falcon at all?
And black, man. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm like.
I
Oh,
had a friend from my hometown, Gary Tomeo. He used to have a Ford Falcon, but it wasn't a station wagon.
well, yeah. We were talking about. I think he got the like he said he got the idea
Yeah, I
from
stole that from Chris.
Chris's.
I have to
No,
admit
you didn't steal it from Chris. You stole it from Chris's aunt's El Camino.
it.
That's now his. Which
yeah,
I think.
actually,
Go ahead.
I actually got to carry her to Thanksgiving in her El Camino. She's in a nursing home now, so I went and picked her up and carried her to my sister's house, and she got to ride in it.
Oh,
Oh, great.
awesome!
Yeah,
That's even better.
she got a kick out of it.
That's super cool. Let me go back up here. It says he wants for everyone to have a great Christmas. Thank you. That's very
Thank
nice.
you.
But like I told Chris, I would like to get that 3D printer. Is what I would really like to get. I don't.
Which
I'm
one,
interested in
Bill?
the Bamboo
Bamboo.
X1C carbon with combo. Yeah. So it's basically, yeah, hang on. I'll do it right here. I'll show I got it right here, ready to stare. Woo, look at that. That's what I
Wow, look
want.
at that thing.
That's what I want right there. But I don't know if I'll get it or not. We'll see. It says I have to order it in the next couple of days to get it here by the 12th. So I've got a couple of days to kind of mope around.
Yeah. What do you call it? Think it over.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Let me remove that completely. Exit that screen. Okay. So, Ron, I want to enter into this discussion because everybody's talking. They're not really telling. Some people really shot the moon and got the big gift like I was hoping that they would. And Bob's wishing everybody happy holidays as well and a joyous season.
Thank
Very
you,
cool.
Bob.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Oh yeah.
With the
Ronnie's
T-tops,
gonna
with
get it.
T-tops in it. Remember those? Because, yeah.
Yep. He just wants to get his back again.
Well, I can remember some nice ones. When a friend of mine when I was growing up lived up above my grandmother. His parents bought him, I think it was at 1980, gold Trans Am. It was like the 10th anniversary edition or something, and it had the T-tops in it. And he would come pick me up in the mornings and take me to school. Now, I'd always end up getting to school a little bit late because we'd always go up on what we used to call Pregnant Hill, and we'd all catch a little buzz before we went to school. So we'd all show up tardy reeking of weed, right? And we'd go in, and of course, we always have to go and get a tardy slip in order for you to go through the halls and get to your class. So we all come walking into the office just laughing our asses off. Coach Crowder comes out. He's the vice principal. And he's like, all right, boys, it's getting to be a habit with you all. So may have to give you all a couple days out of school. You know, have to suspend you all for coming in late all the time. And like, we all had study hall first period. Literally, all of us had study hall the first period. So we're like, man, we got study hall the first period. What are you going to do? And so he was like, oh, yeah, that's right. He said, but why do you all keep doing this? Never mind. Just go to class. Maybe go to your lockers first and spray some cologne on before you walk in the door. Just go. Here's your slip. Just go. And then, like, finally, by the end of the school year, we'd come rolling in, never failed, man. We'd come rolling in 15, 20 minutes tardy every day. And he'd just be standing at the door. And we just walk off. But it was funny. I still remember them days. All right. Back on track. We went Squirrel for a while.
Yes.
Let's see. I'll be myself. Flying with some people will be great Christmas. Yes, it always is great to fly with other people. Giggles! Good to see you as well. Yes, I think that it's a really good print. I think Dale got one. I think he sent me some video that he got one. So that's what's got me interested in one. I mean, I was interested in one before because Mike Lane's got a bunch of that stuff. So he's been selling a bunch of them, maybe a bunch of them. Oh, and yep, here we go. A Mercedes Benz. There we go. AMG 656. That'll work for sure. There we go. There's a kind of
big while you're dreaming.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, those are the kind of Christmas gifts you ask for. Because if Santa Claus is going to bring that kind of a gift, you know damn good and well that somebody had something special to do with it.
Look at Tom's comment down there. He's already got his gift.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me go up here. The Trans Am I had was Nocturnal Blue. Oh, wow.
Oldsmobile engine.
So you did some mods to it or whatever? I don't know. Let's see. Tom's already put something else in?
Yeah. I just get to myself a 2024 Tundra.
Hey, TJ. Oh, Kurt's saying he has a 64. I don't know.
Boy, I remember the Poleros. Yeah, they had made them a long time.
Oh, just as yourself, a 2024 Toyota Tundra. Ooh, okay, very cool. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm cool.
Came early.
I think I'm cool with my Jeep. I don't think I got a 2021 Grand Cherokee. It's black. It does what I want it to do. I'm very comfortable driving it. She knows me. I know her. I've actually been in her when somebody tried to rub her front nose off. So she's took care of me. I like her. So I don't know. I don't think I need another vehicle. It'd always be great to have one, but I don't think I need another one. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, Chevelle. Original paint. Whoa. A 69. Now, out here, stuff like that's not hard to find. But when you're talking about the Polera and stuff like that, it's almost, you can't find stuff like that hardly anywhere. The car, okay, if I was, here we go. The car I would like to have back, I had what was it? A 1984, I'm thinking, Ford Escort GT Turbo. And that's the car I'd like to have again. All right, I've gone way off in left field for way too long. Okay, and I talked about
we turned into car therapy.
Yeah, we turned into Christmas therapy. Things we wish we could have, but
great
we can't afford. Let me see. Let me get this up here. So let's go over here to start this conversation. I want to bring Jasper's page up in here.
Good old Jasper.
So we got Jasper going, and he's talking to us. First off, we've got a look at the new 04 Air Unit Pro. which
Yeah.
so it looks like I'm not seeing what this is coming from this UU. See this?
Yeah, UU's getting a lot of credit lately.
But I have not found where UU is at. I don't know what platform, so it could be one of these quirky Chinese social
Yeah,
media apps
yeah,
that we don't use regularly. Was it
right.
Snapchat? Some of that stuff, maybe. I don't know. But that's where he's getting this from. And see, and here's it. Somehow, supposedly, UU recorded this. Let's see if we go ahead and make it bigger. No, no music. So anyway,
We
we'll
don't,
get
we
a
don't
look
want to
at
get taken down with the music strike.
which the frame, basically the upper part of it, people have been pointing out, looks very much reminiscent of the Spark.
The
You
spark
know,
is back.
so when you right there looks very Sparkish. Okay, when the props fold out, it doesn't look sparky anymore. It looks apparently to have LiDAR in the front, relatively decent size sensor. Okay, so I'm going out on a limb here. Let me go ahead and bring this back down to size so that we're all here. And let me stop this huge share. So what do you think about the flip, Ron? What do you think it's here for? What is its purpose for? What do you think?
Yeah, they've got me totally on this one since we already just got a similar drone released in Neo a few months ago. I mean, it looks like it's less FPV and more camera drone, but
So you think this is more to compete directly with the Hover Air X1 Pro Max?
yeah, or maybe even more than that. Maybe like some people call this the DJI Mini 5, that this is a replacement for the Mini 5
Well,
because
you've heard my joke, right? Because, and I don't think there's going to be, I think there will be a Mavic 4, but I don't think there'll be a Mavic 5 because DJI does not know how to
don't
count
do
to
any
5.
5. Yeah,
They only know how to count to flip.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so if
Why
this
I
is,
say, because of the way that it looks like it's a 3-axis gimbal, so you don't find those type of gimbals on FPVs type drones.
right,
So that's why
exactly.
it wouldn't be a competitor to the Hover or the Neo because they don't have that type of gimbal on them. And if you're an FPV drone, you don't want any type of
I
sensor
thought the
because you
Hover
don't want
did
the
have,
drone.
I
You don't
thought
want the drone not letting you fly towards things.
okay, yeah, but I thought the Hover Air, the Pro Max did have a 3-axis gimbal. So you're trying to say that it's only 2 axis with
Yeah,
electronic
I'm certainly not
stabilization?
an expert on the hovers. I don't know one way or the other.
Now the drone I would love to own. Oh yeah, so that you want a Dre type drone.
Yeah.
I don't have a need. I would like to have a Phantom 4 again, but I don't have a need for anything bigger than that or bigger than a Mavic. I don't think. Like I don't think I would ever really want. I mean, I would love to have one, but I don't think I would get a whole lot of use out of an Inspire 3. So I wouldn't want to say that. Let me see. Let me scroll on up here.
But the,
So
the the flip looks like another drone I don't really need. A drone that you fly with your phone or something, and also won't be good in the wind because of those big, I'm calling propeller guards on it. So yeah,
okay, well
a
here
bad wind flyer doesn't have a proper controller.
I think it's going to be heavier than anybody thinks because of the battery being added to it.
So it won't be a 250 gram or under.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I hate
I mean,
making it
anything's gonna
weird.
be heavier than Neo.
Here's
But
here.
I mean,
Okay, here we go. Here's where I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to agree with everybody and say that it's looking for the niche that. Hey, Mikey, what's up? Glad to see you. I'm going to say that it's headed for the niche that the X1 Pro, and the X1 Pro Max are attempting to carve out. Okay, and it folds more uniquely and seemingly smaller than what their device folds up to be, or comparable to
right.
it. Okay, basically, I'm figuring that it can be flown with or without a phone or need for a controller. So it will have some pre-programmed stuff in it that it will work with. It will also be you can use your phone to control it, but they will also have a controller for it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm predicting right now that the DJI RC track will work with this little drone. And it's going to have the LiDAR on it like we were talking about. And it's not called flip because it flips over. It's called flip because of the way the ports and the fans flip out. Because it flips out and then you fold it. You fold it back up after you're done. They flip out to fly, fold up to travel, that kind of thing. Let's see.
I won't
Oh,
get it unless there's a flip button.
a lithium ion battery, not a lipo. So a lithium ion battery that's going to last anywhere from 19 to 23 minutes. All of that little battery that you see, it's going to have, if it wants to compete with the Pro Max, I don't think it needs 8K because I don't think anybody's worried about 8K yet. But in order to compete with the glass that's in it, okay, it will go, I think, 7 steps and 14 steps. It's got 9 layers and it'll go 14 steps. Or no, take that back. It's got 7 layers and go 14 steps. And I'm predicting 9 layers and 18 steps. So of what am I wanting to say?
But basically, what we're saying is we don't want a Neo that has a 4K camera, but it looks like 1080p.
No, this is not going to be like, this is going to have a 1/1.3 sensor because both of those drones have that in them. And if they try to put another half-inch sensor in there, then they're just going to lose money. Okay, the price tag I'm predicting is between $550 and $575 for the drone alone, because that's going to put it about $50 more expensive than their Pro, and it's going to put it about $50 to $75 cheaper than their Pro Max. So it'll be just a little bit more expensive than their Pro, but it'll have better features than their Pro, and it will have the needed features that someone's going to want from the cinematic drone that people were hoping for from the Neo. But we all know the Neo is a toy. It's just a toy. It's something to play with. It's something that you can get your kids that they can learn how to fly. You can beat the hell out of it. You can run it into stuff. It's pretty good, and you just wash it off basically and fly it some more. And then this little drone is what we were thinking the Neo was going to be. Remember, we were thinking it was going to be a catch-all. It was going to.
Well, remember, we saw that one picture of the flip this summer before we saw the Neo.
Yeah, and we were curious. We were like, "What's this?" And I remember I even thought that it was. Remember, because I said, "Well, maybe it's just an early prototype."
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out that it was not. It was a prototype, but not for what we thought. But I think this is for the on-the-go cinematic flyer. And for some strange reason, I think that, Ron, you're right. It's going to fly slower and lower. I don't think it's going to fly higher than maybe 100 feet in the air. But this one's going to be more of your, with the LiDAR on it, you're going to be able to get close to shit and barely miss stuff on it, kind of like the Air 3S.
Right.
And so I don't think there's going to be a Mini 6 either. Like I said, I don't think DJI knows how to count to 5. It seems when we get there, they introduce a new brand or new style of drone. Remember, we were all ready and prepared for the Phantom 5. Yes. And then they started this brand new thing, the Mavic. Okay, we're right here at the edge. We're coming to the 4 of the Mavics, but we're already at the 4 of the Mini Pro, and now we get the Flip. I'm like, no, it's 5. 5, not Flip, 5. But no, I don't think they can count to 5. But I'm predicting that it's going to have better glass. It's going to have more stops of dynamic range. It's going to have more stops of dynamic range than the Hover Pro Max, X1 Pro Max. It's going to have anywhere from a 19 to 23 minute flight time due to the lithium ion battery. So a little bit longer than Spark. So, average on average. I'm expecting that real world flight times are going to be about 17 minutes. But like Ron is pointing out, it's not going to be a super wind flyer, but I got a feeling that it's with the 3-axis gimbal on there, it's going to be, a decent flyer for, you can catch cinematic moments with your family, like at a picnic, like maybe at a volleyball game, maybe just at the beach, just around your few people. But you remember how everybody
how about the catching all those family shots at the park or whatever? How noisy is this thing going to be?
I don't think it's going to have audio.
No.
Oh, you mean how loud?
You know how the
I don't think it's
Neos
going to be loud at all. If you look closely, it's only got 2 props on it. It's not a 3 propper. It's not a 4 propper. There's
Okay.
only two blades on it. I don't think it's going to be very loud at all. And the lithium ion
So
itself.
comparable with the Mini 4 Pro then, as far as sound.
Oh, I think it's going to be quieter.
Oh wow,
I
wow.
think it's going to be quieter.
Well, that's the key because most of these little quote selfie drones, they sound like a lawnmower is hanging around you.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. And the fact, like, the biggest thing is this, where it's a lithium ion battery. Something I'm wanting to say that the discharge rate will probably be different. It won't be as high as it would be in a normal, lipo battery. So potentially that's where we're going to get the extra, say, 3 or 4 minutes of flight time out of it because it's the ion. But in the same sense, I don't think it's going to have that massive power burst. Because remember the original Mini had an ion battery in it. And a lot of people were bitching and moaning saying it was underpowered. Remember that?
It was.
Okay, so I can't believe that DJI would be so stupid as to basically come out with the Mini over again. That's why I think the sensor's going to be better because the Mini had the little Bobo almost half-inch sensor, wasn't it? I don't remember.
That's that one over, I don't know.
No, the Mini, the original OG Mini.
The
Mavic
one
Mini
a whole
was,
bunch of drones had for a while.
Yeah. What, Chris?
Still have the original OG Mini.
So that's what I'm saying. I can't remember what size the sensor was. Hey, Waypoint, New England. Hey, God bless America.
It was the same.
Flying Flynn Media.
It was the same size sensor as the original Osmo Pocket.
Okay. And it was about a half-inch sensor, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was. So yeah, I don't see DJI because they put a half-inch sensor on the Neo, and it's only running 1080p. So you're not going to get a 4K camera with that little Bobo half-inch on it again. We got, what was it? We bled out of the Mini 2.7.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the max. Yeah, that's what we got out of the Mini was 2.7.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think this little drone, and here's the better animation. Woo! Yay! Let me do it. I'm gonna make it big again. Da 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 da. And you see, it's mostly battery. But that battery's going to have some weight to it because I think ion is. I think the plates are closer. They're pressed closer in the ion battery. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure of how it works. Somebody can correct me, please. If you throw me some stuff in there, some data in there. But you can look at it. It looks like it's got, let's go right here. It looks like, okay, see? The props are encased.
Mm-hmm.
There's an under, there's
two pieces to the prop guard.
Yeah, so there's an under and an upper, unlike the Neo, right? Because the Neo just had upper, didn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, so the Neo, so this one, like I said, and this one's meant to get close to stuff, like it's tree branches and stuff aren't really going to bother it. It doesn't look like. So, but I don't know. We'll have to see just how, because those motors don't look real big. You know what I'm saying? They don't look real big at all. But now I don't know.
This thing reminds me so much of that one that folded upon itself.
You mean that's what? Yeah, they're wanting it to compete with the Hover X1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, that's not much to compete with, Bill. I don't know anybody that has the Hover X1, X1 Pro, X1 8K unless it was sent to them.
What? Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know. Well, there's some people in that group that are asking about it and talking about it. Come late January. Okay, I'm missing.
You got the release date for it, late January?
I'm figuring probably early January, late January. And
that's a bad time too because everybody's credit cards are maxed out. Nobody's looking to buy anything in early January.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
maybe in April.
I think we're going to see the Flip probably before the 4. Okay. I think the 4 is what we're going to get in April. Hey, Jim's droning. Good to see you. Drone Days. Good to see you.
The longer they wait to release the Flip, well, the big question is, Bill, if the Flip comes out, can we get in the U.S.? Will we have to wait next 30 days? We'll get stuck in customs. It's a whole bunch of baggage that goes along with the new drone.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of baggage. Yeah. Will it be released in the United States? Yes.
Will it be available in a Best Buy?
I don't even think Air 3S is available in the Best Buy
No,
yet.
no. In
The,
Canada,
the Avata
Canada.
2, the Avata 2 is not. Avata 2 refurbished by Geek Squad is.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
I mean, the Avata 2 was when it first came out last spring. It was
Huh.
available in Best Buy.
I went and looked today. A matter of fact,
Yeah, oh, I mean, it may not be today, but I mean, it was upon release.
I got their website open right now, and the Avata 2 is not there.
Wow.
Refurb is.
What DJI drones are available? Brand new.
I take that lie back. Hang on a second. The DJI Avata 2 Fly More Combo drone, single battery, is available at my local store in Tyler for $1,000.
Okay.
My bad. I was looking at something different.
Well,
That's
of course,
okay.
the thing is, though, it may have been different the last time you looked. Things change fast, Chris.
What we're speculating is, we don't know when it will be here, in bulk. Like if you were to order an Air 3S right now directly from DJI, I don't know when it would get here. I don't know when you would get it to your home.
Nope.
And I'm beginning to notice some videos coming out basically saying that the Air 3S is, yes, it's a very nice drone. It's got some updated features on it that are very nice, but it's still not all the bells and whistles that everybody was hoping it would be.
What doesn't it have they were hoping for?
Well, like Dobo's going, it's a good drone. And that's about all you get out of it. It's a good drone. But you don't hear a lot of people really saying, does it beat the Air 2S? No, I'm not really hearing that. I mean, something that I've noticed about DJI is what they're doing is each drone does something a little differently than any of the what the other drones will do. So you can't directly like the picture taken by an Air 3S is not going to be anywhere. You can't really fairly compare it to an Air 2S, even though they're both 1-inch sensors and they're both basically probably going to be, the end product is going to be very similar, but the way you got there is going to be so different, is what I'm saying. And, but I'm not hearing people going absolutely nuts, especially the bigger channels, that have had it for a little while and are putting up their second and their third and their fourth video and they're going, meh. I'm not hearing, but like remember how like the Air 2S when it first came out, for about 2 or 3 months, people were having kind of issues with it. It wasn't working great. And, people were like, I don't know, should we hang on to it or not? And then they came out with like 2 firmware releases. And on the second firmware releases, it was like, all at once, the Air 2S was like, "Dah!" It was like light started emanating off of it. And, everybody was going, it's the most versatile drone there is. Mm-hmm. And to me, honestly, I still don't see anything that's as versatile as that drone. And I'm not really hearing, I heard a lot of talk about, I personally think that the Air 3S was built for night photography. That's what I think. I have said that from the get-go. I think if people use it more in the twilight hours and the dark hours, they will get more phenomenal footage because that's what it was built for. And they'll discover that they don't need so many of the ND filters and stuff like that. But everything that I see coming straight off the card seems overcooked, like super sauced. And it could just be me. I'm colorblind.
Yeah, I did a video comparison between the Air 2S and the Air 3S, and the comments were about 50-50.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's my opinion. Yeah. But, I personally don't see it being... Now, have you done your Air 3S, Air 2S combat yet?
Yeah, that's why if I didn't say that right, that's what I did. Air 3S was there too.
And so it was 50-50.
Well, I didn't count them, but it seemed like I had as many people liking the 3 as the 2S, and so it seemed about.
So basically, roughly half the people were liking the new technology and the new throughput and all this updated stuff from DJI. And then half the people were saying, I still like the 4-year drone. It's still getting the job done. So again, I'm saying the Air 2S is proving to be a more versatile drone. So I just, and like, I think they're finally ending the Air series. I thought they'd already ended it like eons ago. The support
Support
for
for
the
the original Air is ending.
yeah, that's what I thought they had ended it like forever ago.
Yeah, I would have too, Bill. Yeah.
I did not know that. So not that I
As
would.
as great you still had original Air, you had support until sometime in the near future. You still have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean where the Air 3S shines, above almost any other drone they've ever released isn't the camera quality per se, but everything else. The amazing flight time, the lidar sensor, the return to home. I mean, things like that. Like when it comes back or whatever, it just comes back better than any other drone you've ever seen before. When it comes back to land, I mean, if it's underneath something, it'll come in like an airplane or whatever. It's far superior to any of the drones doing the little things. It has a top speed of 60 miles per hour. If you go in the settings and take put the slider all the way up, so it's the fastest drone. Not only going forward, up, down, any direction, it's faster. It's the little things that add up. It's not there's not one thing, but all that little stuff makes it. If you're say you're a drone pilot, you're out there, you're not just messing around. You're trying to maybe get a job done, a
Mhm.
real estate job. You're trying to get around to all the angles, get the shots you want. I mean, like Billy said this in one of his videos. It helps him get, especially he's on a big work site, get back and forth, whatever, get the shots done, and get to shoot over and move on to the next location. So
Well, yeah, I can, because especially if you're doing a construction shoot, I totally get that. Because you're gonna do it like a progress report. You can go from one end of the construction site to the other rather quickly. Yeah, I totally get that. You want a quick drone. In most situations like that, anyway, you're going to be using a larger enterprise drone anyway, probably.
Well,
So
no, Billy's
I
a
just
great
don't.
example of him using the Air 3S in some jobs like that, and because he was saying the speed to get him back and forth, is key over using his old workhorse was the Mavic 3 Pro, but this
Right, right.
gains enough speed to make the difference.
Okay, I get, but I get what you're saying, but you're kind of saying it does it quicker, it does it faster, it gets there. But I'm hearing all this, but what happens if the client comes back and goes, these pictures are cool and everything, but they just don't seem very, I don't know. Of course, artistic to me. It
Yeah,
seems to
yeah,
me like I get like I said under a construction situation. When you're trying to get from one side of the site to the other, I get that you need to do that fast. But if you're doing real estate shots and stuff like that, and you want to accentuate and show off as many details and as much as you can, then you don't necessarily want to go faster and quicker and to get from one space to the other. And to me, if you have something that's capable of doing a much quicker job that enables you to pick up more jobs during the day, you're not really doing as good a job on those first 2 or 3 jobs that you're busting your ass to get through because you got a faster drone than you ordinarily would if you had to take the time and get through it. To me, it seems like that. Because if you
yeah.
get in a rush, you tend to stay in a rush and you cut corners. And no, I'm not going to do that, because I need to get over here in like this amount of time. So you just cut it off. But
Yeah.
if you already know that your drone will only fly at a certain speed and you need it to be at a certain rate in order to capture what you need, then you can explain that to them before you do it and say, okay, it's going to take me this long to do what you're wanting, and I'm going to have to charge you for that. But you're going to get a quality product at the end of it. So what they're hearing from you is, and is that they're going to get some really detailed quality work instead of, oh man, I got the fastest drone on the planet. I can get your job done in 20 minutes and have you some pictures and some video and about 30 minutes after that. And then they're going to be like, yeah, okay, cool. But I just don't see a whole lot of repeat customers coming back if they're going, yeah, he did 62 jobs in one day. But when he had the old drone, he only did 20 in a day. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, but of course, here's the thing: number one, the quality. Most realtors, or at least around here, all they want is the shots to put on this an application. I can't think of it right now, but that has to be a real small. You have to send a small file, so they don't want some mega super gigantic file. They want the 12 megapixel JPEG photos. If you deliver them some kind of a 100 megapixel gigantic file, they would just throw it out because it doesn't fit in their little real estate program or whatever, right? Most realtors aren't on site when you're doing the job. They don't know if you're there 5 minutes or 5 hours, whatever. They want a certain amount of shots. It's almost like a program. That's not a real program. They want a certain kind of shot of whatever, and that's it. They want 5, 10 shots or whatever. Kind of multiple versions, a little bit different, or whatever. So it's really like a cookie cutter thing doing most of these real
No,
estate stuff.
I totally get. My problem is, I guess it's more of the anal artist. Not saying that I'm really an artist, but that's, you know what I'm saying.
No, I would just say, Bill, if somebody, actually a homeowner, hired you to take a kind of like a real artsy photo of their house, you would be exactly right. But the realtor doesn't want an artsy photo of the house. He wants a standard cookie cutter photos that go in every real estate ad on the website.
How many? Okay, let's go a different route. I see what you're saying. So he's saying that it's a profitable drone because he can get what the client wants rather quickly, and he can do multiple jobs in one day. Okay, I get all that.
And plus, you sometimes you have to go out there in high winds, and the faster a drone is, usually the better it performs in high.
Okay, yeah, I get you there too. How about this? How many people are going to be capable of producing a Billy Kyle style end product, as compared to, that's what I'm trying. I guess what I'm trying to say, it's easier for you to push a button and take a file out of the Air 2S and throw it on your computer and play with it than it would be to take a very quick photo with the Air 3S and formulate it. Maybe what I'm trying to say is, it would be difficult for someone like me, even if I had the Air 3S, to find a whole lot of work, because I don't think I have quite that artistic, flair with us. I could probably pull something off with, me playing with it for a while, but I don't think that I could pull it off as quickly and as repeatedly, to
Oh yeah, I mean,
maintain.
I could never be Bill and Colin, do 8 jobs in a day or whatever.
And put out any kind of quality product or anything I felt happy with. And I'm just saying that for me personally, that's why I still love the Air 2S. I've never flown the Air 3S. And like Scott said a minute ago, Scott Nadeau said he would just love to go in and buy the Air 3S at his Best Buy. And I'll be honest with you, probably if I was able to go into my Best Buy and buy an Air 3S Fly More combo, I would probably ask Santa Claus for a drone for Christmas. But have been talking about a 3D printer and wanting a 3D printer for probably a year now, since Mike Lane got me started into it. Uh, when he used to be on the show with me and Koopy and Dan, we John would make fun of me because he would say, of course, like anybody, when you start following somebody and they start talking to you and you get to be friends and stuff like that, you get a little, and I don't know, for a minor level, starstruck, I guess you would say, and then you realize after a while, oh, well, he puts his pants on one leg at a time, and he gets me mad and I get him mad often. So he's human. Okay, I get it. But, like probably if I ran into Casey Neistat or somebody like that, I would have a cow. But when I first met Billy, of course, Billy was up and coming and doing really good. I was starstruck, I was like, yeah, I got, so I was buying DJI this and DJI that and DJI that and DJI the other. Just like when the damn Power Station came out on Black Friday. Ordinarily, if this had been 2 years ago, just because it had DJI on it, I went, baby, I know what I want for Christmas. You know what I mean? And I'd have probably gotten that, and then probably the Neo, and probably something else, and that would have been my Christmas. Because it had DJI on it, But so I didn't do that. Thank God.
Yeah. Chris, did you get the Power Station 1000?
Yep, I
Oh, you
got it.
did? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I like when Angel came and picked his up because he was out of town. When he came and got his, he's like, "Did you not get one?" I was like, "No, I didn't get one." And he said, "Well, why not?" I said, "Because next year they're gonna have another one. It's gonna be just 2 times as big, and they're gonna have it for $375." I said, "You just wait. DJI will have another one next Black Friday. It will be bigger. It will charge more shit." And I
Yeah,
said,
but
"It's gonna be
Bill,
the same
how many
price."
power outages will you have before then that you're going to need the Power 1000?
Exactly, Ron.
We don't have power outages. I think since
Okay.
I have lived here, even with all the windstorms and everything, we have been without power twice. Twice. We've had some flickers, and we've had like power go off for like 10 minutes and then come right back on. I don't really call that a power outage.
Chris, I was hoping he was going to say he's a gas powered generator and he's got all that taken care of.
No, we're on Boeing's grid. I'm on Boeing and the airport's power grid.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because the airport's right over there. Boeing's right over there. I sit right
Yeah,
here. I'm on the same power grid they're on. Like
yeah.
it takes a severe act to knock
I
the
the
power
God to
out.
take you out, huh?
Yeah, it takes a
Yeah.
severe act to knock the
Yeah,
power
I
down.
probably jinxed myself for next summer. We're probably going to have a big power outage since I didn't order the Power 1000.
Oh, you didn't order one?
No, no, I held off too, just because I kind of have a small house. I was thinking, where am I going to put that big thing at?
Well, I totally that makes sense. That totally makes sense to me. But my wife and I, we don't really get to go a whole lot of places. We don't get to travel a whole lot. We got 1 week out of the year that we can actually go on vacation.
Yeah,
Hey,
So it's
here,
not like,
here's my reason. The week of Winter Storm Uri here in Texas, we went 5 days without electricity, water, or
yeah,
gas.
yeah.
So at least with this, something, it doesn't have to be DJI. It could be all these other guys. At least something can run a refrigerator for a little while, or charge your phone. You could even run your TV and internet for a little while.
Plug your wireless router into it or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, Adobo said he powered his refrigerator with it.
well, if what I want to do is if we stick this out for another probably 10 years, which probably that's what it's going to look like if we want to retire, then I would like to get a backup generator system. I,
Well,
don't- I
that
would
too. Yeah,
I
I
would
agree.
rather go that route. Well, I've already been looking into that. Is
It's a
what I'm saying.
twofold. It's a twofold thing for me. You said it best. A backup generator to sit here out here beside the house.
Yeah.
Uh, but we can also take this EcoFlow DJI battery pack and carry it to softball games in the summer. Plug a fan in.
Yeah,
Bob Casey and Joe and myself, they had something to the equivalent at Minefield. Plugged a fan in it. It helped keep everybody cool.
and Demarco Moore said the same thing. He sometimes he'll go to the kids' games and he may be out there for 8 hours or whatever. He could take that Power 1000 with him and keep phones and everything charged, for the 8 hours they're out there watching the kids play these ball games.
Oh no, I totally like outdoorsy people
Yeah.
that like really and truthfully, if like we get to go to maybe one or two school events a year that our grandkids have. Most of the time, they come up here and visit us. So that's how that works. We, like I said, there's only 1 week a year that we can actually, take a vacation. Most of the time, we'll go somewhere for a day or two, and then we spend the rest of the week repairing stuff here. So we just don't, And right now, we're trying to watch nickels and dimes and stuff because we don't know for sure what's going to happen next year because most of our people they get paid from the government, so we don't know for sure what's going to happen. So yeah, we're kind of nervous about all that stuff. So yeah, like I said, that's the only way it would happen is if my kids were to do that. So
Yeah.
we're trying to watch everything. Oh man, I hate to do that. Okay, so let's get back on a good note here. Okay, we're going to switch gears, and we're going to go into streaming picks, and mine is one that I have been binging recently with my wife. It's an older book that has been brought to the screen multiple times. It's, I think, from 1973, a book called The Day of the Jackal.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, I didn't read the book when I was a kid, but I saw the old movie. But I want to watch the new show. Yeah.
The new show is on Peacock, so if you have Peacock, then you can get on there and watch it with commercials. And I will tell you straight up, the first 2 or 3 episodes, there's hardly any commercials at all. But once they got you hooked, man, they bury you in commercials.
And Peacock had a Black Friday special last weekend. I forget what it was.
Well, we because we get the big internet, we get Peacock for free.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get the with commercials Peacock for free.
So I'll put that in my list. Day of the Jackal.
But yeah, you really need to watch it. And if you which one? So you watched the '74 version?
Yeah, the movie from the mid-70s. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then there was also another one with Bruce Willis that was, taken off of it where he plays the jackal.
Yeah, I saw the old one I saw had all European actors in it and whatever.
Well, I think it was written by a European dude, and I think the
I
people.
think a Frenchman.
Yeah, because and there was and it was a different figurehead that they were going after, or he was going after.
Charles de Gaulle, who was the old French president and then the leader of the resistance during World War II or whatever.
Right. So I haven't seen the old version.
That's Ron's history lesson, and I don't have a history degree, so hopefully that's semi-accurate.
The new show's really good. I was kind of surprised, but it does like all of them do. It kind of steers away from the book.
Okay.
It takes a couple of liberties here and there.
Okay.
But it's well worth watching. And Chuck is telling everybody happy holidays.
Oh,
happy
Chuck.
holidays.
Happy holidays, happy travel. Bill, I think I have a
travel.
good one for you tonight.
What?
Streaming recommendation. I watched this on Hulu. I believe I watched it on Thanksgiving evening after the football game was over. I watched Alien Romulus.
Oh yeah, the new one.
Series of the Alien movies going all the way back
Yeah.
to 1979, and Romulus is the latest one. Now the tie-in here is DeMarco Crawford's buddy. I don't know if he knows him from back in Chicago or college. Helped make the Alien Romulus movie. I don't mean he was in it, but has something to do with. I don't actually know, but he was involved with the making of it. But we rated the third best Alien movie after the first one, Alien, second one, Aliens. This is like the third best of the series.
Oh, from your personal point of view,
Or
I have
personal point of
started
view.
to watch it a couple of times, and then I just haven't finished it. I just haven't.
Okay.
I don't know why. I can't tell you why. Oh yes, and if you haven't, let's see, Dune Prophecies.
I haven't started that yet.
Oh, Dune Prophecies is awesome. Chuck's saying something about water cooled generators. Oh, will be more money, but be quieter. Hello, Skyfly Network. Good evening. Just hello. Got to be in. Yep.
I don't know how new this is, Bill, but did you watch Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes. Remember, I told you it was going to be on Disney. I told you it was already on, and you were like, "What? Really?" And you were acting like you were going to leave.
Oh yeah, I actually did watch it or whatever, and I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought there was a little bit too much blood and gore in this one. I thought it was. I felt like I was watching a Monty Python movie. Because they kind of were doing that much kind of a slapstick thing, and I was like, well, okay, I guess.
Well,
Chris, you got to see it?
yeah, I've watched it, and they referenced too many Marvel stories.
Yeah, it was just.
To me, that was the whole bit. I'm glad.
Yeah, there wasn't really a movie.
No.
There wasn't really a movie.
We even talked about how they used to belong to Fox, and now they're with Disney, and
Yes. Just all over
That
the
was
map.
what the whole. It was like a running gag through the whole thing. And remember when they brought what was his name, Henry Cavill on there, and he was Cavaline. They called him Cavaline.
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
I've got about five that I've watched here in the last 3 months.
Okay.
Number one was Frasier, the second Frasier reboot.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the doctor on TV?
Yeah,
From
Yeah.
the guy
He's
from
back.
Cheers.
He's back. But he
he's
went
back.
back home. He went back to Boston,
He's back
right?
in Boston. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
this is season two is already under the books. That's a good one.
Hmm.
Apple TV has one called Slow Horses.
Oh, that's one of the best shows on TV, Chris.
I,
Yeah.
it's 3 seasons in, Ron, and they started number four.
I'm
Yeah,
getting into
that's
Landman
one of
pretty
the
good
that's one
too.
of the best shows there is.
I'm getting into Landman pretty good too.
I've got into Landman, Tulsa Kings,
Tulsa
Oh,
King's good. I want to
Tulsa
start
King, man.
Landman when I'm done
and,
Tulsa.
and Linus, guys. If y'all hadn't watched Linus,
Yeah,
Linus.
yeah.
I
My
watched
wife,
season one, but
my
I have
wife
to start
loves
season two.
Linus. My wife loves Linus.
I,
She said,
I I work in that business on Landman, uh, and y'all seen it on social media where they point out what they're doing wrong.
mhm.
So
Okay.
it's funny for me to watch it, but
Well, I get a kick out of Billy Bob though, because Billy Bob they kind of have turned him loose. It seems like, and I love the speech though where when he finally he just unloads on the little chick that's wanting like the electric cars. He was like, "Well, that's fine." He's like, "We got the juice, but we just don't have the network to push the juice." He said, "We have to dig it all up out of the ground and replace it. It would take 30 years to replace it all." And he said, and then you going to talk about petroleum. Petroleum's literally in everything we use. And here's one for you. You need to be figuring stuff out because we're going to be running out of this shit in the next 50 years.
yeah,
But and the thing about it is that you hear people on talking on social media and stuff. They're going, sooner or later the humans will get knocked in the head. I'm like, 50 years is it, and y'all ain't got knocked in the damn head yet.
yeah.
We're trying to blame it. We're going to run out of being able to blame it because we're like, we can't blame it no more. It's gone.
Chris, you talked about them not getting things right, in an industry business. Have you ever seen like a TV show made like an area you live in, and they don't get anything right on those things? Like when they make a show about Lang City or down in
Oh
Florida, they'll
God.
go get the car to go to Lang City. They'll go the wrong direction.
Let me
You know
put it
what I
this
mean?
way.
Yeah.
Or like they'll show something. They'll say this is a Lang City. It's not even close to being a Lang
Okay,
City. They film that
I
offshore.
will give you an example by telling you where I grew up at. And see, Ron, if you can think of a particular novel that I am taken aback with, it's so full of bullshit, I've never heard it. I was born and raised in the Appalachian Mountains.
Okay.
So, do you get an idea of
Are
what
you going back to that
best-selling bullshit book I'm talking about some little boy that was raised in the mountains? And I'm
Oh,
like, son, you weren't raised in the fucking mountains.
Yeah, I know
That
what you
shit
mean.
you're putting in
Okay.
that book is horse shit.
Yeah.
I was raised there. I know what it was like. I still remember eating government cheese. Said this before. I've said this before. Yes, we've been watching Yellowstone, and it's actually really good. The way they've tied it all together without Kevin is pretty good. I hate the way they did him in, but I
Don't
like it.
go spoilers. I haven't started watching it yet.
Well, Ron, there's no telling when you'll actually get around to it when we keep telling you all this other stuff. But yeah, anyway. Now what are we gonna talk about? We've got we got 25 minutes. I don't know where Angel is. What?
One more. There's a movie on Netflix made by Netflix. It's called Land of Bad.
Land of the Bad?
Land of Bad.
of Bad. It's a very good movie.
Huh. Netflix.
There's a Netflix movie coming out very soon too that's got like The Rock and everybody in it.
That Christmas movie?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not the. Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh, there's another one. Have y'all seen the one with Jack Black? It says "Dear Santa," where he's actually Satan.
I haven't seen it.
It's
I've
on
seen it.
Peacock too. Peacock Studios actually made it and then released it. And it's to be honest with you, it's made simply for the kids. It's to make him, he's playing to the kids. There's not any really even hidden adult humor in it anywhere. The only time is when the kid's he's comparing him to Santa Claus, and Satan hasn't figured out that he this confused him with Santa Claus, and then he finally looks over and goes, "Kid, are you high?" Because he's like, "You shouldn't be wearing the antlers. The deer should be wearing the antlers." And he looks at him and says, "Kid, are you high?" And that's about the only adult reference that's in the whole movie. But it was cute, I guess.
I got one more on I guess again on the day after Thanksgiving I watched the Beatles '64, a new Scorsese movie about the Beatles' first trip to America in '64, and they said they had all this unseen footage that never been seen before. It was just the same Mays Brothers documentary. So it may have been different shots, but it wasn't anything revolutionary. I
Oh,
mean,
come.
the only good thing to say is, of course, with the improvements in technology, AI, the sound quality and the video quality of the old stuff is better than ever.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See what he's saying? Yellowstone's good, but it's beginning to be like a soap opera. I'm like, you trying to
Well,
tell me that Dallas,
Yeah, it kind of was a soap
when
opera.
we spent the whole season, off season, waiting to find out who shot J.R. Ewing,
Yeah.
and now we're spending the whole last season of Yellowstone trying to figure out who shot and killed John Dutton?
well, Casey knows, so
Oh
I'm,
God,
I'm
I
not
had no
worried.
idea. That was what was so cool. I had no idea. I mean, you hear Casey talking, but you don't really see him in acting out just how bad he was. But when he grabbed that dude and he goes, "I've got 12 years on the teams, man. Look how easy this was for me." And I was like, man. And then you
Yeah,
remember when he freaked out on the kid? You should be crying. Oh man.
it was
Woo! I was
a
like,
movie moment, and Taylor has got free reign of how he writes it and puts it out there for us to watch.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I don't
it's
doubt that.
it's. I mean, every show he does is like that.
But the thing there's more coming out about what happened between him and Costner. Costner was happy to take his big payday, but after a while, he was bitching because he was like, I'm not what's making this show. He's like, I'm just here spitting out lines. He's like, everybody else is making me look huge, and you're not paying them. So he was like, these people need to be paid because they're all written out. They don't get residuals for reruns or anything. He's the only one that sees any of that money.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's part of why he walked away. He's like, these people are they're making you look good. Not saying that he's not writing some quality material. I'm not denying that. But these actors are pulling it off on screen and they're getting base pay. That's
Wow.
ridiculous, man.
Wow.
After 5 seasons, they're still getting base pay.
Well,
I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's part of why they strike
they
to
need to get a
begin
better
with.
agent, Bill.
Well, I'm just saying basically what happened, that was what went on with a lot of the strike. And then even after the strike, he was like, I got a contract. You all are on that contract. That's it. Because I guess they were so happy to get the work to begin with, they were just willing to sign whatever, to get a
Right.
job. And the cool thing is, what I like about it is they're actually, you see them advertising a lot with the actors in the show. And that's why that happened. Because the network itself, Paramount, said, we need to help these people out. So they started finding them these advertising jobs. If you've ever watched Yellowstone, you'll see them. They'll start advertising like the clothes that they're wearing, who makes the clothes for them, or stuff like that. And you always see some of the other actors wearing that gear. That's something that Paramount worked out with them simply because they wouldn't open
They
up their
need more money.
contract.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that contract they used to make them sign, they used to call that the dummy contract because only a dummy would actually sign the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Dallas was a soap opera. Yes, that's what all of them are.
Yeah, yeah.
Because even just like Lioness, even though it's still a drama, and all of these shows still have their kind of soap opera-ish moments, like you'll find out like on one of these shows that somebody that they have been trusting for 15 years was really a double agent. That's your soap opera moment. It's the same equivalent when everybody goes, oh, it's the same thing, and we all get the zinger, just like when like we were talking about Tulsa King, like right at the like. Have you? How far are you in Tulsa King, Ron?
I've season ones I watched, and the season two I'm maybe 4 episodes in, something
You
like
need to put
that.
your fingers in the ears. Have you watched all of it, right, Chris? Okay, so
No, no,
let's
no.
say, wait a minute, wait a minute.
I'll leave the room.
Let's say, well, let me put it this way. You remember, Chris, how shocking the last 3 minutes of the last show was?
Yep.
Especially when he says, I want my cut. And he goes, you earned it. I was just, the minute that happened, I was like, oh, 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 oh. You know, and I was just, and then Dre has his theory on who those people were. Have you heard what his theory is?
I think I know who it is.
I know Dre has a good idea, a very good idea, because oh god, it sucks. I can't say nothing because Ron ain't watched it.
Yeah.
But
I can
you know,
leave
hey buddy,
and come
then
back.
I'm not a real man because I still watch cartoons too. I do. I mean, you can call me. You can say I'm not a real man all day long. Won't faze me a bit. I'll still watch.
Jim, maybe you can make that into a T-shirt and a song. Make it into a country western
Yeah, there
song.
you go. No, I like the T-shirt idea, and like put like a cowboy boot and a hat up on top of it. Maybe the cowboy boot needs to have spurs on it. It said, "Real men don't watch soap operas." I don't know. That's just
And,
my idea.
we'll plug it on the show here for you, the shirt. Hey,
Yeah, did you?
Bill, can I change subjects for a second? What was the email address for the video contest? Hello,
Okay,
Angel.
it's not a contest, and I'm glad you brought that
Yeah,
up. Thank you very much,
I
Ron.
didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. This
What I
for the
want to
video
do,
project.
it's my email account. It's deadthomas52 at gmail.com. But what I want to do, I think I'm going to
Can you
extend
put it
that.
in the chat again, Bill?
Yeah, I can, but I think what I'm going to do is extend it. I think because I'm hoping, I've got my fingers crossed because I recently changed insurance, so they're kind of reworking my damn surgery. I'm hoping that I can keep the schedule and still get my surgery in January. So I would kind of like to put off the collaboration event until probably the first part of February.
Oh, so I had time.
Yes, a lot of time. So, and that also gives people, if they get drones for Christmas, if they go out and take Christmas light pictures, and what I want everybody to understand is it can be B-roll, it can be, any of that stuff.
I'm
But
thinking about sending in some Neo footage.
okay, that's fantastic. Like I said, all I want 1080p, 30 frames per second. Can you,
Perfect, perfect for the Neo.
yeah, because I would like everyone to do a
Angel's in
uniform.
the back room, Bill.
Uh, he is where? I know
Hey guys,
he was here last night, but he's not here now.
Hello, Angel. I heard you picked up a Power 1000.
I did. I did.
It
I
was so funny
charged
because
it up and everything.
I said, dude, it's kind of heavy, and he goes, really? And he's like, oh yeah, it is kind of heavy.
It's a two-hander.
It's
Yeah.
it's a pretty bulky device, but I charged it up last night.
Well, it's like I told Ron and them. They were like, "Why didn't you get?" I said, "Didn't you get one?" I said, "I'll tell you the same thing I told Angel." I said, "Next year they'll have a DJI Power 2000, and it'll be the
I
same price."
honestly, I think they already have a 2000 now.
That's what I said, and it'll be the same price. It'll be $375. I really,
Bill, is that email deadthomas52 at gmail.com?
yes, sir.
Okay, there's no ad in there.
There's no at. Okay, I hit a period instead. Okay, I was babbling, talking to Angel. You know me. Shit, go back.
So,
How about that?
But we have time. But that's where he set it in for the not the contest. We'll call it the project.
Yeah,
The
well,
video
that's what I'm
project.
saying. I want to get as many people involved as I can. And if we don't get that many people involved, then people can send in 4 and 5 clips. But like I said, it can be B-roll. It can be drone footage. We'll throw it into Filmora and let the AI take care of it. I take that back. I did do some Black Friday stuff, like my our photography program. Do you still have?
Oh, Luminar Neo.
Yeah, they had, dude. I don't know if you saw it or not, but they sent us out this email like middle of November where they offered us 2 years at the Pro Stat for like $49.
I missed that one.
and I jumped all over that bad boy. And they had the same thing with Photo Director, which I like their removal stuff. And so I got a deal on them for $19.99 a year. I got my usual discount from EVMux. So, and I will tell everyone right here, I paid the exact same price for my EVMux this year that I paid last year.
Well, it's good, no inflation.
And I got a discount on this year, just like I did last year. I got $32.95 off of the full regular price. So that's a decent
Right,
discount.
savings.
Yeah. And anyone else that would like to switch to EVMux, I don't have an affiliate
We
link.
have our official link. Are there
No, I don't have an affiliate link. I don't get
Ah.
anything for doing this. But if you use this code that I am about to give you, you will get a discount for up to 6 months on your monthly subscription to EVMux. Or if you use it for the entire year, you will get 15% off of your entire deal. So, like I said, you will get 15% off of it, and the code is Painkiller 2024. It will be good until the end of December.
All right, repeat that one more time. Repeat the 2 rates. Sorry.
Excuse me, the 2 rates.
You said, what was it for the? how much
The
is it?
the full rate is $229 something, and I got it for like $195, I think.
That's for the
That's
whole year.
For the whole year, okay? And you get 15% off.
Okay.
Either 6 months if you do monthly. So it's just 15% off each monthly fee for 6 months. Or if you pay annually, you will get 15% off of the entire price.
Okay.
Like I did. So if you would pay the same thing I did. You'd pay $195.
Okay.
But their full year price of 1080p with all the bells and whistles
All the bells
gives
and
you is like $195 using the code. Otherwise, it's $224.85, I think, is what it costs you, plus whatever your state tax is. Okay, and but the software is really good. I have figured out some of the issues that I personally have had that have caused me not to be able to get online before and stuff, and those were user error. Basically, what I had done was I had cleared my caches in my browsers and stuff, and when I went back in, there wasn't the cache key that was in there needed for things to kick in like normal. So what I do now is I go connect to EVMux for at least 20 to 30 minutes before the show so that it populates the keys that I need, and it seems to go live pretty quickly now. And that was me working with their team, and we figured that out, so that's fixed. I still do not know how to use studio mode that well. It's kind of a fancy doodad. We'll see if I get more creative with it as the year goes on. Angel, so
Yes.
what did you ask Santa Claus for Christmas?
Honestly, the Mavic 4. No.
I'm
No,
figuring April on the Mavic 4.
I'm okay. Like I said, I'm borrowing your Action 4.
It's
pretty
badass.
nice.
It's badass, ain't it? I told you.
Pretty nice. I did a hyperlapse on the way to Puyallup. I did a hyperlapse on the way back home. So I had a day footage, night footage. I got, I'm going to go play with it. I might go by the Tulalip lights.
Okay, you
and
need to bundle up really good because it's cold as hell.
I will tell
and
you though, I was just in 15 degrees in Chicago the other day. So this is feeling pretty balmy.
Well, yeah, okay, that's cool. But there's a lot of lights to see.
Yes.
And you need to walk all the way from the back all the way out to the front to the fountain.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now, the Action 4 will get you great footage, but you will crap your pants when you take Pocket 3 footage.
Okay. I might have both.
The Angel, take both and give us a comparison video.
Well, see, I took. We got to stay probably about 15 minutes because we didn't feel good and had to come on home. But I had my 2 grandsons My oldest grandson was armed with the Action 4. My youngest grandson was with the OG Action, right?
Is that
And
the grandson that you can't trust with breakable objects?
right.
Okay.
And I gave him, so he had this, it was like this. So he had this giant thing to hang on to. And it was so funny because you would see him and he would like run along and he would stop and go. And he would stop here and he'd go. But he would stay like this for like maybe 3 seconds and then take off again. like Angel was asking me, he's like, well, did you get any good footage? I was like, yeah, I got some that I took. I was like, but then I let my grandsons use the other cameras and no. My grandson, I take that back. My grandson did get some really cool. There's a section where it's kind of like a tunnel of trees, and they've weaved and worked all kinds of different lighting through it. If you saw here, I put it on Facebook, didn't I? I think it was on
I think
Facebook.
you put it on Facebook, right?
Yeah, let me play it off of Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll freak people out. Watch him trying to give me a copyright strike, even though it's AI music, and I know that I'm the only one that has a right to use it. Let me get this down. Think.
That doesn't matter. Some copyright, whatever, could just say anything's theirs and
Fruit
you
Loop.
dispute it.
Oh, I got a couple things I want to show you. Here we go. I'll do this first.
I'm gonna put the claim in before you even play the music.
Oh,
You steal my copyright.
that's how you do it, man. I'll just share it.
I have everything. I have the whole world's music copyrighted.
Okay, I got that on Facebook. Share. Come back over here. Then I got to share. Add to stream. I'm going to make it big. Okay, now I use Kyber AI, which is a program that our friend Caleb introduced us to begin with, and Angel and I both have many credits with these people. So we use their their AI software to create really freaky, wild stuff, and you can really actually do cool stuff too. But I really went off the wall, and when I made this one, so that I'm going to share with you right now. So without further ado, I will give you what I call it: winter lights and twilight. Lights and ice with the family after a typically huge Thanksgiving dinner. Let's see. Here's some video, something extra, season greetings. Here we go. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
Right,
that
cool.
clip.
They're like, play the damn clip, man. Quit talking. Oh, you can't
Oh
hear it.
wow! Look at that.
Oh, it's echoing.
Echo.
Wow, that's trippy.
Oh, that's
Totally
great.
trippy.
Totally trippy. I don't know why it would be doing that, but yeah, see that, and this was made with Kyber AI. Have you figured it out, Angel? Did you look at that program or that link I sent you?
I haven't.
Okay, well, it's not. It just you have to figure out which ones. Like, there's the only ones that you can use now to like do this with a video clip is called Video Recreate, and there's 2 of them.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So that's how and you just drag it in, basically tell it what you wanted to do. I think I told it cartoon, neon, bright colors.
And that what it put out for you?
Yeah. And that was my son and his wife. There's my son right there in front of me. I'm using the Pocket 3. There's my wife and daughter up there up front. She's dragging my wife. But there's my son Brian right in front of me. He's taking pictures and video too.
And so you think the Pocket 3 shoots wonderfully dynamic footage compared to the Action 4?
Hang on a second. Let me close this. We'll just, since I got it. Yeah, we got a few more minutes. Let me bring this out of here. I think I still. Do I have it on here? Or did I take it out completely? Let me see. I think I left it in here. Oh.
Well, I'll finish that statement for you, Angel. The Pocket 3 shoots dynamically better than the Action 4 if the lighting's not good. If you're out in the daylight, if you're out in good daylight or whatever, both of them look great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
I will say that this little guy is pretty snazzy compared
Especially in
to
good
the
light.
GoPro. Yeah, the GoPro 10, right? I don't know what the latest GoPro has, but
14.
yeah, 13. GoPro 13, right?
13. Sorry, I must have the new model already. I can't talk about it.
And I love this freaking thing, right?
Freudian slip there.
I love the Pocket 3.
The Pocket 3 is if you don't need the ruggedness of an action camera, it's all day with the Pocket 3.
Yes. Yeah.
But just don't let Bill's grandson handle the Pocket 3.
No.
I'm out, Bill.
Take off,
We'll
Chris.
Good
roll on.
night, Chris.
All right, appreciate it, Chris. You have a good one.
You have a good evening. Thanks for joining us.
I'm trying to
tonight.
get this to where I can share with everybody.
Hey, Chris, what's the Cowboys' prediction for this weekend?
By
Win?
10. By 10.
By 10.
There we go.
Ooh,
Thank you.
okay. All right, have a good one, Chris. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming in.
Good night, everybody.
Hopefully,
Merry
I've got my
Good
fingers
night,
crossed
friend.
we get the same Christmas gift.
Christmas. I'll let you know.
A lot of El Caminos coming around. Yeah.
All right, let me do this again, and I will let you all can judge for yourself. No, I need that one. That's what I want. Okay, where did oh crap? Come here. Da da da.
Angel, do you have the Kyber software also?
I do.
It's
And I
not,
have
it's not. You can, anybody can use it. It's online.
a ton of credits. Yeah.
I have like 3,000 credits.
Yeah. I got a crap ton of credits. So I've been.
I don't
So
have any
like
credit.
I think it was last week I put some videos through to play and some photos to play and trying to play with it because my main goal is trying to figure out how to like if you upload a video it'll do it. So I did do a couple of photos and I did a couple of things
Uh-huh.
but I haven't what I'd like to do. How long were the video clips you put in, Bill? Were they short?
Maybe 100 megs.
Right. Like I think if you do something way heavy, it
Yeah, it like I put something in to begin with. It was like 30 seconds long. And it was like no.
yeah. So I think it likes like 4 to 10-second clips.
But you can make all kinds of video from prompt.
Right.
You can make a 5-10 minute video if you want to.
Right.
All right, let's do this. Here we go. This
Okay.
is the footage.
No cyber this time.
This is the Pocket 3. And we will turn it loose.
Look at those colors. I see the grandson with the action camera.
Yeah, and you see how he's spinning around, dancing around?
Yeah.
See, he won't stay. He's like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. He's moving.
Yeah.
I wish I had that energy, Bill.
But see, look. See, I think it does really well.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's looking pretty nice.
Let's zip up here a little bit. There's the walkway I was telling you about.
Right, where you had it
Right,
before in Kyber, yeah. Beautiful.
Here we go. Let me because we did. Here we go. This is the video that you saw earlier. This is the excerpt. See?
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at
yeah.
the camera. And there's the end of it. Think.
Yeah. It looks good. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
We did it. Yeah, we did it last year with the kids, and we're gonna go back. It's just that.
Oh, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, it took you like 10 minutes to walk to the front.
Oh, sorry. Did I get that off of there? Yay.
Is that in downtown Seattle or something?
No, that's at the casino just up the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually from my house. It takes me probably 20 minutes to get there.
Well, it's not bad.
Of course, now if the weather's not bad, it only takes me 20 minutes to get to Angel's house.
Right.
I mean, if the traffic's not bad.
You don't have to get on the I-5 to get there, huh?
Yeah, I have to get on I-5 to get to Angel's house.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
technically, I could go another way. I could go down 99.
Because that's always Angel's problem. He gets on I-5, he's late.
No, because when he first gets on, he's not getting on I-5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not getting on I-5 because
Well,
the
maybe
thing
she
about
get
it,
on I-5 sooner.
the thing that sucks is once the city decides, okay, everybody's off work, then everybody gets off work and goes home, and everybody decides at the same time. Fridays are different though.
Takes I-5.
Fridays are different though because everybody gets off at different times on Fridays.
Oh, that's good.
Sometimes people might work but like till 10 o'clock and they're gone. Sometimes people work till lunchtime and then they're gone. Some people work till 2 o'clock, then they're gone. So it's not near as bad on Fridays.
It's staggered on Fridays.
But
yeah.
anytime that there's a sporting event going on in the city, then it's going to be hell. You know, it's always rough.
The Seahawks? Did the Seahawks have a home game this weekend?
But here's my advice to anybody: if you go to Seattle, make sure you got fresh tires and a tank full of gas, so just in case you go down the wrong street, so that you can keep on trucking.
Yeah.
There are a few neighborhoods that you can get turned into that you need to get the hell out of as quickly as you can.
Oh boy.
Like,
you want me to show you guys the snazzy device I just bought? You probably
Oh,
have
yeah,
seen
sure.
it on. You probably have seen it on social media.
On
It's a
TikTok?
headlamp. It's a headlamp.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you was going to get the hat that had the LED display that
Okay,
you could
so you
change
ready
with
for
your
this? I
phone.
don't know if you guys are ready for this. So we got
Flashes,
Yes, we're
Angel.
like
ready.
Flashes.
one. Okay,
Well,
hold
look
on.
at
That's
that.
really bright.
Yes.
Yeah, it is pretty bright.
We have a red light,
Oh,
and we
that's
have a
cool.
little side light here. Now the piece de resistance. I don't know if you're ready for this. If
Okay.
I push the button and I click this button over here, I can activate with my hands.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Look
very
at that.
cool. Okay,
So
here we
now
go.
we're
Here's
going
since
camping.
we're right at the 7 o'clock hour, and I've
Oh,
got a
we are,
question.
Bill. We're up again.
We've only got 11 people here, so I'm going to ask you a really intensive question that's going to make you look within yourself for the answer.
Okay.
All right. You're laying in bed in your bedroom. Would you, and you only have these two choices, rather discover a dead body under your bed or a live person under your bed?
That's my only two choices.
You only have two choices.
Well,
They asked this on the radio when I was coming home, and I was like, wow, what a question.
am I allowed to ask a qualifying question?
I think that yeah, sure. Sure.
Well, I think the question is how long has the person been dead for?
I'm assuming that you just wake up and notice an odor.
Okay, so you've been in your room before, and okay. So then this person freshly died. I think I'll take the potential dead person
Okay.
I'll take the
Good.
live person.
because
You
all I'm
will.
gonna do is call the police and ambulance, and they can
But
take the dead person away.
here's the thing that you need to think about. How did he get there?
Yeah, well, Bill, you never get arrested for having a live person on your bed, only a dead person.
But wait a
So
minute,
remember,
Ron.
you're the number one suspect when the
If there's
police
a
show
live,
up.
what are you going to do if you find a live person under your bed?
Ask
Now
them
we're
if
down to
you,
9.
ask
We're
them if you want
dwindling. We're down to
breakfast.
9. What
Ask
are you
them if
going
you
to do?
want breakfast.
No, they haven't. No, I'm just saying. What are you going to do? You look under the bed and you suddenly realize there's someone there and they're
But no,
alive.
I never look under the bed, so it won't be an issue for me.
So you're gonna be, and the thing about it's like I said, and they were talking about this on the radio, and they brought up all these points because I was thinking the same thing that Angel said. I was like, yeah, the dead guy. Just call the police. Say, I found. Can't believe I'm freaking out. I found this dead person. Blah, blah, blah. And then they pointed out. They go, yeah, but the thing about it is if it was a live person, you already know they're there. They got into your house somehow. It could potentially be someone that was homeless. You had left your door unlocked, and they just came in to get warm, and they didn't want to startle anyone, so they crawled into your bed so that they could be warm and sleep. I was
Well, it
like,
could
yeah,
be
okay,
somebody you know
that
down
makes sense.
there.
And then they pointed out, okay, well, if you find someone under your bed and they're deceased, then you have to think, how did they get there? Does this person still have access to my home? Will they return for the body? All these things fill your head and are possibilities. And then you got to realize, well, how big is the person under my bed? If they're alive, are they going to do any kind of damage to me? Am I just going to quietly go, excuse me, do you mind leaving? I mean, and I was like, what a question! What a question! You know what I mean?
Well, because
Anyway.
it could be the person if they were alive under your bed. It could be a very nice person. It could be a very ornery person. You don't know,
Well, but Bill, here's the thing you didn't put in there. You didn't say whether these people that were dead under your bed or alive, or they were people you knew or you didn't know.
right?
I'm assuming that it's someone you don't know.
Well, you're assuming that it could be somebody you know under the bed. It could be a relative.
Exactly.
Could be a relative under your bed. All right,
It could be
we're
your, I don't want to say, it could be your
okay.
significant
We're gonna
other,
okay. We're making another
other's,
qualifier.
boyfriend.
You do not know the person.
Well, that wasn't originally part of it.
Yeah, it was. I just forgot that part, so I'm bringing it back now.
Okay.
Anyway, that's something to think about. I hope to see you all next week. I want you gentlemen to have a fantastic evening, and may all your Christmas wishes come true. Next week we'll do something creative. Maybe we'll know more about the flip, or maybe
Maybe you'll be
DJI
out.
will, or maybe DJI will actually learn how to count to 5. See y'all
Good night.
All
next
right. Good
week.
night, guys. Good night.